So I think that gopher, or actually chipmunk, was bringing seeds from the bird feeder over here to eat, and it must have been a hot day because it decided to take a swim in this bucket which had water in it. I've dumped it out because it had a dead chipmunk in it, and apparently chipmunks can't swim, so that's a huge loss to the chipmunk community. What I'm going to do to try to prevent that from happening again is put this protective cover over the top, and then I've put a little ladder down here so it can crawl off the bucket safely. So here's a pro tip. If you leave this cabinet open, it's closed now, you can easily knock the switches and they will shut off the power from the solar panels to the solar charge controller. But as you can see, we are now making, well, maybe lots of power. Alright, I'm getting ready to make my bed for the night, which means I have to empty out the van, put the mattress down, and then inflate the mattress. My normal air pump broke, and so I've been using my leaf blower with the nozzle off of it to inflate this for the last month. There we are. Hard to believe I'm single, huh? It's 2023 and I live in America, which means I don't have access to running water all day long because I am part of a community well that pays money every year to a person who's 70 years old who doesn't maintain the water system. So now I'm waiting for the water to be turned back on for just a little while. And I'm going to fill all my jugs up. I don't know why that sounded funny to me, but it did. And then it's going to be shut off until tomorrow. Once the hose is engorged, I will have water. Well, it was very anticlimactic. Somebody came to talk to me while it was filling up with water. Woo-hoo! Air and water. Sunday morning, and I decided to fool around with my Solo Stove campfire that I haven't played with for a while. It's a little bit smaller version of the big tube it's sitting on top of, but I overstuffed it full of fuel, and you can see a pretty good example of gasification here. So on the right hand side, you can see it looks like smoke or vapor, but that's really the wood gas coming out of the pellets, and there's no actual smoke. It's all igniting based on the flame that's in the thing right now, so we'll see how long this lasts. Well, it's 18 minutes in. I was able to adjust the fuel load in there, and now it's getting comfortably warm. Look at that. Yikes.
During that offensive, they held on despite reportedly very heavy casualties until the situation deteriorated so much that resistance was no longer possible and withdrawal was ordered. Here again. Well, not too bad. Over 50 minutes. We're down to this. And I started out with 3 cups of pellets and a piece of solid fuel about that size. So pretty impressive. You could actually, this is still putting out a ton of heat. I can't get my camera over the top of it to peek inside because it's so hot. But you could fry eggs or whatever on top of this right now. It's a lot of heat left. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning, but that means it's time to get started on lunch if I want to have it in a reasonable amount of time, because I'm going to be doing some low voltage cooking using this Rock Pals 12 volt outlet. So you can see we're at 100%, and the Hot Logic is heating up at 44 watts. So we'll see. The 55 is the ambient temperature. It's not real warm out here yet. So I got some chicken thighs I'm going to make in here. Hope 4 of them, I hope I can fit 4 in here.
That's a close call. Alrighty. Just gonna hit them with a little salt and pepper. If I can get the pepper out of here. I'm gonna use some Dash garlic and herb blend, which was not my original plan, but I can't find the seasoning I wanted to bring. And I'm going to use this El Mexicano chilies chipotle peppers in adobo sauce as kind of a braising liquid. If I can get this cap open. It's good. Alright, that's it. We're about 90 minutes into this cook. I want to open it just one time to see how things are going in there, and I want to add some onions and garlic that I forgot to put in earlier. Yeah, that's still looking pretty raw. So I think I'm going to put some water in. This is hot water, so I'm not going to cool anything down by putting that in there. Alright, sorry that wasn't camera friendly, but I couldn't think of a way to do that without dumping everything all over the place, so here we go. After a couple hours I was down to 85%, and I could make it the whole way without charging it, but it's so sunny out I hate to not be charging something if I can possibly do it. So I hooked the panels up to it obviously, and I'm pushing in 114 watts. Well, now it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm exhausted. I forgot to bring a meat thermometer, but I do have this Klein Tools thermal imager, so we're just going to crack her open. And I realize this is not going to give me the internal temperature of the meat, but it should. Ooh, that's looking pretty good. It should give me some kind of idea about where I'm at thermally. 137, 138. I don't know if this is picking up correctly. That is not as hot as I would like it to be. I'm going with the double-fisted tongs. Ooh. It does look like it's done, though. Boy, the smell is really good. Well, I decided I'm going to go ahead and finish this up with hydrocarbons. Well, the knob has broken on this side burner, and I can't turn it off. So, I mean, I can turn the bottle off and that'll kill the flame, but I do need to make my nachos yet. So I will be running this grill for one last time until I can change out that knob. Good news is the plastic knob is busted, and I was able to get the, well, that's not the good news. The good news is I was able to actually get the burner turned off using a needle nose plier on account of, you know, that's how things work sometimes. So once again, I am losing my light because it's late in the afternoon. Also, all of these trees have gotten a lot taller, and I'm going to have to adjust to that. I didn't want to really cut them down, but I might have to because, on the other hand, I really like not being hot. So regardless, let's get some chicken into this bowl. Well, I've totally lost my light, but the show must go on. Ooh, this chicken is falling apart now. It's totally cooked. The bad part about this, you cannot smell it because it smells great. I'm going to go ahead and start with a layer of these La Cocina de Josefina chips in this cast iron skillet. In my opinion, these are the finest, ooh, wow, it's hot in here, chips for making nachos that you can get. I'm going to put some of these, some of this, oh, that chicken. So the grill's on, it's pretty hot in here. We're going to throw a little triple cheddar, white Vermont, and sharp cheddar on here. And also some of your regular cheddar. No, because it's nachos. But wait, there's more. I throw a little bit of these Frito-Lay bean dip. Let's take a look, and also I hope you appreciate my garden hose reel in the background. Ooh, getting there. Some of my cheese was not melting as fast as I wanted it to. Crank the heat up, cheese is melting. And here's sizzling. It's looking pretty good, except for the really gross. Here, that's less gross, I guess. I thought for sure this was gonna be like totally burned on the bottom, but it's not. So here we go, back on the heat. Yeah, so despite the fact that I spent like 7 hours cooking this chicken, the best part are these Josefina chips. Just by cheese and these chips, you're good to go.